realized that my vehicle blocked his vehicle. So I decided just to be polite in saying, sorry for blocking you, and explaining the reason for my action. The man replied, sorry, you're a son of a bitch. Now at that moment, one would say that I use the art of reverse psychology.
Yeah, magical laws, yeah. Magical laws. Put some confidence in your thing now. And go on a road, go do the thing now. Put some confidence in your thing now.
Blessings and peace profound. Magical laws family, magical lifestyle. Welcome to another video. This video will be a spontaneous one, not a scripted reasoning, but just a spontaneous reasoning based on the meditation that I have been having just now. I'll start by reading a post from Mooji Official. That's MOOJI Official on Instagram. It is said we came here to taste delusion and then to transcend it. It is as though consciousness, which is pure in nature, created a game of seeming imperfection in order to have the experience of transcending it all. All this life is a play of transience. Everything is impermanent, yet divine. But what you are is timeless. Each one a manifestation of the formless, wearing a t-shirt called time. Everything is impermanent. Everything is within time. Everything is within this moment. Be aware. Blessings. I've been having a thought since rising this morning. Maybe it's within my subconscious. Maybe it's the things I've been seeing for the past couple months, days, or even a year. So maybe it's the things I see or the things that is in my subconscious that brought on this meditation or this conscious thought. The barbaric
acts of violence,
the barbaric nature. I'll meditate, if the environment, the influence as a male or as a man, it is said to show any form of weakness. You would be behaving like a girl child. So is it those influences that cause the barbaric behavior? Or is it something that was meant to be? Some of my peers or other men in our society would see this experience as losing, quote unquote, your street cred.
I don't ramp on my street cred.
You know, an experience where I was in a parking lot. You know, the parking lot was full and there wasn't anywhere to park. Wanted to go in a business place to just drop off something. You know, so I decided to just park alongside other vehicle and just rush inside to come out. On my way out, I saw this gentleman, you know, so I realized that my vehicle blocked his vehicle. So I decided just to be polite in saying, you know, sorry for blocking you, you know, and explaining the reason for my action. You know, the man replied, sorry, you're a son of a bitch. Now at that moment, one would say that I use the art of reverse psychology. But at that moment, the thought or the idea of reverse psychology was not in my consciousness. I couldn't tell if it was in my subconscious, but all I could see and all that happened at that moment was saying, thank you. Now, me saying thank you at that moment struck this man. You know, it struck him so much that he followed me to my vehicle. He never followed me to my vehicle to have a fight, but he wanted to talk. Now, I accept to listen. And on listening, this man begins to tell me all the things he was going through for the entire day. You know, all the stresses and stuff that he's going through. Now I listen. And at the end of listening, I said to him, I understand. But think of another scenario where it wasn't me at that moment. You have to be careful, because the situation may be different based on the individual at that moment. Now, as I said before, I couldn't identify saying thank you within my consciousness at that moment. But that moment in time taught me a lot. It taught me that even saying thank you in such a situation where some of my peers would have said me weak. Some of my peers would have said, that is a sissy move. You know, some quote unquote would I say, me lose my street cred. Some would react not to lose their street cred. But at the moment, it taught me that showing love also can make a difference. Being empathic to somebody can make a difference. Showing compassion to somebody can make a difference. Now, you may be influenced otherwise. Your environment may taught you otherwise. The things you watch on a daily basis may taught you otherwise. But if you seek after that pure consciousness, which I believe that that's everyone's true nature. Now I also have to accept that because of some of us environment, because of the influence around us, our actions at a particular moment, we are living in a society where reading seems to be on the back burner at all times. But I will share today that reading brings learning. Learning brings knowledge. Knowledge is power. Now, for the parents who are watching this, one of the greatest gifts you can give to your child is allowing them to learn to read. As parents, sometimes we understand that there is a scarcity of money. There's not enough funds sometimes to fund an education for our kids. But make it your duty to give your child the opportunity to understand their own self. They will be able to use their own ability, their own consciousness to make positive decisions. And one of the ways that they can make a positive or a conscious decision is when one can read and analyze for one's own self. I'm not talking about calling words. I'm talking about able to read and understand for one's own self, so that one can be influenced by one's own self. One can be influenced by one's own action. Now, that child will be able to even watch a film, listen to music, and not being influenced by the movie or been influenced by the music. Influence from that movie or that song may be inciting violence, but because of the opportunity, learning to read and understand for one's own self, one could evaluate that movie, one could evaluate that song and identify it as just heart. Now, the actor or the actress or the songwriter or the singer will say that this is just heart. Now the energy and the vibration that is coming from that movie or that song says something different. Someone who isn't able to analyze, to read into this film or this song for one's own self, it will influence otherwise. So I'm saying, parents, one of the greatest gifts you can give to your child is giving them the opportunity to learn to read and write. Giving them the opportunity to an education. Giving them the opportunity learning to read and understand one's own self. I'm not saying that this will stop crime in its entirety, but if the mindset of one can change, then that mindset will influence a lot of other mindsets. The people you spend time with on a daily basis will influence you somewhere or another. The music you listen will influence you somewhere or another. The movies you watch will influence you somewhere or another. The conscious decision you make today, this moment, will determine what will be in your subconscious or your consciousness tomorrow. I hope that sharing my experience, sharing my thought, sharing what is in my subconscious or sharing what is in my consciousness will change the mindset of even one person. Know that one person, even one person, that will change their mindset or their mindset will change. Share your consciousness with someone else. Nothing on this platform or any other social media platform cannot go viral unless it's been shared. So if sharing my consciousness or sharing my experience influence you. Share it with someone else.
Yo, Malik.